And welcome back to Fate of the Pods, your favorite podcast for both RS3 and real life content. I'm Aerro.
And I'm Rainyday.
And this week we got another episode of This Week in Podscape. We're coming to you in the midst of Double XP week, so that has since started. Double XP is live currently. And with this update this week, or I guess the update started on Friday, but with this Double XP week, you have the opportunity to purchase a Double XP care package that is running from November 8th to November 30th. With this care package, which costs 1 bond each package, you get 15 pulse cores, 15 cinders, 4 large skilling training dummies, a set of protein packs and portable packs, and a bunch of other goodies. You can purchase a maximum of 5 of these, again, for 1 bond each, over the month of November here. And like always, unfortunately, this is not available to the Iron memes out there.
Unfortunately.
Big saddie.
Also, another thing that's sad, sorry to cut you off, is the goddamn price of bonds.
Oh, like 40 mil now.
They're damn near 40 mil, bringing tears to my eyes, and I don't think that price is going to change because Premiere is coming out. Ugh.
Oof. Dang. Well,
unless you're paying the grandfathered rate of $5 a month.
Hi, how's it going? That's me.
Yeah, it's gonna put a dent in my coin pouch, but it is what it is.
Along with Double XP week coming out, this Monday's update, Vic the Trader is back. So if you need to rearrange some of your bonus XP into the skills you like to train, go over, give him a visit, buy some skilling outfits. He's got other goodies there as well. He's going to be here till November 22nd. So take advantage of him while he's here. He comes semi-annually, maybe like 4 times a year. So if you haven't been there yet, go take a visit to him in Berthorpe.
And if you're like super rich or have money to blow, you can also like summon him via bonds.
Oh yes.
I don't really think that's necessary personally, but a lot of people do what they do, so
true.
Yeah.
Now I'll hand the floor over to Miss Rainyday. She has some venting to do on the Duel Arena changes that came this week. So I'll let you take it.
So there is some big changes happening to the Duel Arena over the next few months. The first big update happened today, and so they've officially put a cap to the amount of money you can stake. So you can only stake no more than 50 million coins or value per fight in a Duel Arena. So there used to be no limit. So you used to go like, you could be able to go all out, but now they've capped it at 50 million, which is honestly quite low. They should have just like, but it's basically like 95% canceled at this point. 50 mil stakes. Like I remember it was the northeast section. I would call it the bro corner, and they would do like the smaller stakes over there. And I guess that's now going to be the entire area, but no more than 50 million in value, and that change is only short term because early 2022 is when they plan on like completely removing and replacing the arena. I don't know what they would replace it with, but yeah, the Duel Arena was a big part of RuneScape, and a lot of people, quite a few people, it was quite the community that only played RuneScape to stake, and so this is going to change everything. It's going to change a lot of things because rares and staking were always like hot gossip when it came, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I guess I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm gonna kind of miss it. I just liked it being there. I feel like it was a classic part of the game, but right. A lot of people did abuse it, and it turns out that 38% of all real world trading is through the Duel Arena, which I thought it'd be more, but that's probably, I don't know too much about real world trading personally.
Damn. But so they have written in their post that they're they have plans to replace the Duel Arena altogether. Um, do you think that is kind of out of necessity now because you can duel anyone anywhere at this point, and that if they remove the option of staking a valued item or staking a GP, that's basically going to be useless at this point?
Yes. What do you mean, the like right click dual option?
Yeah.
I always thought that was just a fun thing to do because the difference between Duel Arena and that staking is it was just like a for fun thing where you can literally be wearing any gear and be
Sure.
anywhere and you can just like attack people, and you can also toggle it off the same way you toggle like tele other teleports. But I don't I don't know because I feel like I wasn't around when people would dice in Southwest
Mm-hmm.
Grand Exchange, but I feel like for some reason there should always be an option to gamble. Like I can't imagine RuneScape without a source of gambling. I don't know why, but like I don't, and I honestly feel like knowing the RuneScape community, they're gonna figure out something to do.
That's was
That
that was going to be my next question for you, was
yeah,
like what's going to replace this, because there's going to, you're right, there is going to be something that comes up for people to gamble, stake, whatever version of that
yeah.
you want to use.
I feel like it honestly should be something. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna figure it out, and if like the moderators are like okay with it, it's gonna work. But I don't think it'll be as extensive as like the large sums of money people were staking. But yeah, I would like to see where they go with it because yeah, I just I can't imagine. But I also imagine there still being something for people to
Right.
like um
Do you think, not that they would actually do this, but I think it would be kind of an interesting concept if, like how in September we just had the September raffle or whatever they called it this year, um, that if you had like a lottery system, like just like we do in real world, you can buy a lottery ticket for like a rare chance at a lot of money, but have that like on a scale where, you know, you can put your little amount of GP in for like a super low chance at a lot of money, or you can like pick something where, you know, you spend a medium amount of money with for a medium amount of chance at like money back, if that kind of makes sense. If they would make like a, I don't even know what, that's not really staking, I guess, but um like a, I don't, almost just like a lottery system.
yeah, I mean that could be cool, but I don't know. Like I've had bad experiences overall in terms of the dual arena simply because I've lost more than I've gained, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm truly gonna miss. I don't know if I'm answering your question, but
No, you're good.
I hope there is something in place of the dual arena, and I hope for the area that the dual arena is, I hope they build something monumental
Yeah, something cool.
because the impact that the dual arena has had, whether it be good or bad, it's left its permanent mark on RuneScape.
Very true. I'm sure in the future when they do announce what they're going to do with the dual arena and like what's going to become of it, we'll have another podcast talking about it. But I guess for the time being,
Yeah, and
um,
hopefully we have a guest for that because neither Aerro and I are experts. I might have like staked a little bit, but there are some very experienced people in the dual arena that could probably provide a lot of like feedback and opinions and stuff
for sure.
related to this because I didn't even touch the surface or like make too many pointers about what it is and like what they can do because it'd be just cool to like guess, but I don't know.
I,
Because there are people like the level of richness that a lot of big stakers have like cannot be really obtained from
like other methods.
PVMing and clues, even though honestly there's a lot of dice cluers out there, so if you're a cluer, shout out to you. But yeah.
For the time being, Duel Arena will respect you while you're still here, and I'll await to see what happens in the future.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna go to the Duel Arena to see how many people are there doing like 50 mil stakes. I imagine it wouldn't be too many, but yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff. Moving on, like every week, we'll have our patch notes. There's a decent amount this week. It is double XP week, but they have some big updates for us. I'll start with improvements that they have in game. Like we talked about, kind of one of the bigger ones, 50 mil is now the maximum stake you can do at the Duel Arena. And you can also no longer stake items within the Conquest minigame, which has been dead since they removed that requirement anyway.
Absolutely.
They did implement some feedback. They removed the junk chance from the Igneous Stone that you can get at the Zekar front at Zuck Boss. They set the junk chance to 0%. And Rainy and I were talking about this just before we started the podcast. And I guess I haven't given it any thought because I haven't been able to kill the boss. So anyway, but I guess, if you're getting an Igneous Stone for every flawless run at Zuck, after 3 of those, the stone's kind of pointless for you. You have your 3 capes, right? Well, I just went to go look, and you can disassemble the Igneous Stone for you will get 1 of any of the 29 different rare components.
Is it random?
Yeah, it's like every single one is 1 out of 29. So there's 1 out of 29 chance at a Zaros, 1 out of 29 at a Undead,
Nice.
So yeah, that's I enjoyed that. I appreciate that. That's kind of smart. Make them not completely worthless.
That's actually really cool, but at the same time it reminds me of the rare relics from Illy Dungeons 1 through 3.
Oh, yep.
Where you can also, like, if it's rare, you get a rare item. Because I remember specifically getting a lot of knightly and culinary components. But the fact that it removes the junk chance and actually gives you a chance at any rare item is a pretty big deal. Because there's quite a few good rare components that you can get.
For sure. Along
with the majority bad ones. But that's still really good that they did that, so...
If it was my luck, I would get 1 times nightly every single time, or 1 times fungus.
Yeah. But I like how they did that because it kind of also has the same energy of if you have all the capes from the kiln, you can just get an onyx if you do it. Yeah, good stuff.
Moving on, a couple Croesus front updates at the skilling nodes. The nodes outside of the boss encounter exhaust at a reduced rate, so they're a little more AFK now. I'm someone who has been doing that pretty religiously, just as like if I need to AFK and do some other things while I'm online, I'll go to woodcut the fungus, and I've kind of enjoyed doing that. It's pretty crappy XP. Whoever said when that front came out that it's comparable to like other woodcutting methods at the same level, that's not anywhere close to the case. But anyway, you do get a good amount of tier 3 troves, and the stuff from those, if you have a fully upgraded ring, I don't know, I'd make probably between 5 and 10 mil an hour from the stuff. And I have the fire torch, so I also get the splintering arrow tips. So that's fun.
I bought that too, by the way. I
nice.
decided to splurge. I don't know. I'm probably gonna use it like 10 months from now, but
that's okay.
Still bought it.
Nice. And so that and the enriched nodes now remain active for 90 seconds. Before, they were lasting like sometimes as little as like 5 to 10 seconds long, and then they just go away. So now they last, so that's good. And then finally, you can now dye the Pyrnix Quiver, whatever, any of the colors that you could normally dye through in pouches. So if you have different quivers for different sets of ammo, you can now change between them without being confused. So yeah, those are the improvements that they have done this week. They have all, like always, you can always go online to see the rest of these yourself. There's a decent amount of general fixes that they did this week that we're not going to talk about in this podcast. If you want to go over and read them yourself, you can, except Rainy. Rainy had one specific one she wanted to mention.
Yes. So when you use an augmenter dissolver on your dyed dark sliver of lang specifically, it'll no longer remove the dye, which is really big. But if you were affected by this, just a reminder, and you got robbed of your precious dye on your item, you can you can submit a lost item claim and get your money back, because that's unacceptable. But yeah, they've completely fixed it now, so you can use an augmenter dissolver freely, and yeah, so that's really big.
Nice. And then do you want to? Yes.
So like Aerro said, there's a bunch of like user interface updates for both mobile and the actual game, which is really big. And the biggest update I think of this week is the increased drop chances for a lot of items from Elder God Wars Dungeon 3. So for the first one, the Magma Tempest Codex, the drop rate has been increased by 100% in both normal and hard mode, as well as the Scripture of Full. So that one has also been increased by 100%. And moving on, we have the Pieces of the Fractured Staff of Armadyl from Karapak. That drop rate has been increased by 66%. Thank God. That staff is really OP and also is expensive as fuck. And also, last but not least, the Exekiel Sword, the new sword from Mr. Zuck.
Yeah.
Yep, the Zuck sword. The freaking ore. The dyed version looks actually really cool, but we move on. The drop rate has been increased by 66%. So a lot of big increases in the drop rate, which is really good.
Yes, I think what they were trying to do was obviously make them rare enough where they were going to be highly desired. They're really good weps, so they wanted the price to be high, but the drop rates are just too low, and especially with the new Zuck boss where you can't like repeatedly kill it, you have to go through all the waves, and that takes time, which affects, you know, even lower drop rates. They weren't seeing the desired, I don't know, economic balance with it. I think the Zuck sword was like first week was selling for upwards of 10 bill, which is pretty crazy, but I mean
Yeah, the way like the minds of like I guess merchers and stuff works, because obviously it's like the people in the game who kind of determine the initial prices of things. It's all really cool how it works out, because obviously if they see it happen too much, they're like, whoa, maybe we need to do something about this. Because I don't know if they would have done this if they were priced a little bit more reasonably, but I guess Jagex is like, there's too many items that are above max cash,
yeah,
that simply cannot be bought from the Grand Exchange, so you have to interact with players. I don't know if that's a correct or incorrect take, but sure as hell is a hot one. But yeah,
yes, and I think that rounds out our patch notes for this week.
yes.
Thank you all for listening. Like always, please join our Discord.
Yes, please join the Discord.
Please join our Discord.
It's growing ever more. But yeah, please join our Discord.
Please join our Discord. You can find all of our videos on YouTube and Spotify. Hope you all enjoy your double XP week gains.
Yes.
And yeah.
Keep the faith, and thank you all once again.
We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.